We're good.
All right, am I just doing a bed?
Yeah. Or you can do the post-show thing. Are we on? Yeah, do the post-show thing.
It's time for the Bobby Bones Post Show. Here's your host, Bobby Bones.
I want to play some voicemails. Go with number 3, Keaton in Montana.
Morning studio. Question. I was just watching the old YouTube videos on the YouTube channel, Don't Ask Why, but there's one from 11 years ago right after you guys moved to Nashville where Lunch makes Ray meet with a life coach, and Ray seems pretty annoyed by it. Did Ray ever follow up with the life coach? I think maybe we should do a 12-year check-in on Ray's wellness, just to make sure he's on the right path and he doesn't become a societal reject.
I got to be honest, I don't remember that bit. Sounds like something we would have done. I don't know.
Anybody?
Ray, you remember going to a life coach?
Yeah, what did it? It was a phone call, or maybe I met him in your office, and I was just depressed at the time, and he was basically the physical version of BetterHelp, and that may have been what started us with BetterHelp, so that was a great bit.
No update, though. Although I do think Ray's in kind of a rotten place right now because this morning on the show he said he did not like Ted Lasso.
Which is weird.
You watched season 1?
Yeah, I just have different preferences. I mean, if I'm going to watch something that's sporty, maybe I'm more into documentaries. I can't do – first of all, I've never been a fan of soccer. I don't play it myself.
But that's not about soccer. I don't know anything about soccer. I mean, it is, but it's not the main theme of it.
Yeah, and maybe I am. Maybe I'm not just for the lighthearted. Maybe I want something factual, like Tom Brady, Gridiron. That's more of a sports show that I'm
you're
into.
so rough and tough, man.
Yeah, because Love Island. I mean,
And because the boat show you watch.
Love Island's mindless. But you know
Below
what?
Deck.
Below Deck is mindless as well. Those are television shows you can put on the background. People come, they come over, you say hi, and you don't miss anything in the episode. You can check back in 15 minutes later.
Okay. Thanks, Ray. You're elevated. We're not. We're just losers.
Yeah, and they involve water, so.
That's a good point, too.
I'm into the
Guy
tropics
loves
and I'm
water,
into the
yeah,
beach.
yeah. Not soccer, though.
Not that.
All right, play number 4, please.
Hey, just listening to Wednesday's post show. I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and one of your engineers building your new studio, Mogan, which is hilarious. It's like, yeah, right, it's Morgan. Anyway, super cool to hear somebody from Fort Wayne helping you all out. And Fort Wayne's a great city, and there's probably loads of listeners.
Thank you. Yeah, we love Fort Wayne. We have a great affiliate there. Big shout out to Randy Alomar, who's the PD there. Yeah, Mogan brought us donuts this morning.
Yes, he did. Pretty nice dude.
I had
That's
one.
him?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't know who brought them.
Oh,
I just saw them.
Yeah.
Mogan.
Well, I saw the donuts and I was like, "Are these for us?" And they said Mogan brought them, and I said, "Don't mind if I do."
Did that caller think that Mogan is lying about his name?
No, but we thought Mogan was Morgan, and she was lying about her name,
That's my alter
like her
ego.
alter ego.
Yeah.
Eddie and I were out on because we have no air condition still. I'm doing okay right now. But this is about the point where I start to snap, though. But we were out on the balcony because it's fall, and so it's kind of cool out there. And I'm eating a donut from Mogan, a little pink donut, and we're looking out, and Eddie goes, "How about this city, man? Isn't it amazing?" I'm like, "What?" I thought he was doing a bit. I thought he was doing a joke.
He was.
No, he wasn't. He literally wasn't. And I was
No,
like,
the balcony just gives you good feelings like that.
He was like, "I see why people come here now."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Bro, we lived in the city for 13 years or something."
Yeah, but how often do we go
And
downtown?
he's like, "There's good restaurants."
There is good food here.
No, I know. We've lived here for 13 years.
I know, but sometimes I think when you are...
He's literally just looking at buildings.
Yes, and that is what will bring it to mind. Eddie, I
Totally.
understand the sentiment because, like, we don't live downtown and we haven't worked, like, working on Music Row versus working in a tall building like this where you see other buildings and you feel like part of the city.
Yeah, and people walking around
It's a
with
different
their
energy.
briefcases.
You guys are
That's
very
cool.
romantic about this.
Yeah,
It
you
just
really are.
feels good.
Well, I thought he was doing a bit.
Yeah,
And I was
well.
like, "Are you? What am I supposed to do here? Like, is this funny?" He's like, "No, man. I'm just so."
I like it.
Like, I had lunch at this place yesterday, and I'm like, "We've had access to this for 13 years," and we're like, I'm not kidding you, 4 minutes from where we used to be.
Yeah.
It's not like we're in a
Literally.
different part of
But
it.
it's
But if you
different.
pass that interstate or whatever, it's a whole different world over here.
It is.
Yes.
And you're up.
Is this fake Eddie being...
No.
I thought it was. I
promise.
thought he was doing
No.
a bit.
That's what I'm
no,
asking.
No, the thing is, y'all, we went over and we went up.
What do you mean over?
We
Over
went
the
over
interstate.
the interstate and we went up. The higher up, you see more, then you feel more.
Yes, like when we saw.
You ever been in an airplane flying over the city, guys?
Yeah, but
No,
you can't get
but-
the feel from the air.
It doesn't
don't
matter.
fly
I
over
thought I didn't know it was a
downtown.
bit, but he was like about to cry. He was like, "It's so beautiful." You see
It is
Isn't like
right?
Eddie when he goes to the desert though? He's like, "Oh, look how beautiful it is."
Eddie
all the
wanted to
mountains,
Eddie took his
cactus."
phone out and drove with his phone, just taking pictures of all the sand. Like, look, isn't this like amazing?
I think I just like landscape, man. It's just
Okay.
pretty.
Well, good. I'm glad that you are moved. It sounds like Amy has new energy as well.
So there's tall buildings, so that's why you know people.
No,
I like
now,
it.
no. I'm asking you. So that's what made you realize, I get why people come here because we have tall buildings.
No, and the restaurants I saw yesterday, it's a whole world. I mean, I could see people getting out of their hotel room and seeing 10 restaurants that all have good food.
Here, from this
Yeah.
building, you saw 10 restaurants?
No. When I went to lunch yesterday.
Yeah, but you went to lunch at a different place. You could have easily driven to from the last place.
No, I
Yeah.
walked. It was 3 blocks away.
Walk. You
Okay.
just walk.
Fair enough. Walk.
I think I'm going to start spending my days here more and walking. Like I was already trying to Google, like, okay, I can work from here
This is
more,
like New
and then I
Year's
go eat
resolutions.
from here more, and then maybe there's a Pilates studio within walking distance, and then I just work almost like stay here at the office till 5.
I thought the same
I'm
thing.
not going to be a hater. I'm happy
Eddie,
for
you
you
stay
guys.
at
I
Indian
just
office
thought
till
that
5.
Eddie was doing a bit. So I'm not going to be a hater. I hope you guys, I hope there's a new
And then
energy.
maybe we move in here.
Okay,
See,
now
this
we're
is
next
that's
level.
not
oh my gosh. This is
All
gonna
right,
last
number
for about
5.
2
Hit
weeks.
the next one.
Hello, I was just listening to the post show from the other day, and Ray asked Morgan if she wanted his friend Justin's number, and you guys talked about it for a little bit and then just moved on to a new subject.
We do that,
so there
yeah.
was never an answer, so I'm just wondering what's the verdict. Thanks.
We purposefully didn't do that, but we do that a lot accidentally. Just move on and forget. I don't know, Ray. If Morgan wants to date this guy, she needs to like claim it or put a stake in it.
He's the one that brought it up. I've never cared about buddies getting girlfriends, wives, or whatever. They are what they are. Their remote romantic life. But Morgan, so if you are interested, and he calls you Web Girl Morgan XXX. So that's like his nickname for you.
What is
So Web Girl
that?
Morgan would make sense because that was her name. It was
Yeah.
still, you changed it though on social media. It's still Web Girl
It's still
Morgan.
Web Girl Morgan.
But Triple X is not. That sounds like a porn story you
Right.
pull
Yeah.
over on the side of the road with your 18-wheeler. The big sign on the interstate.
For whatever reason. So that's his pet name for you. So he was just curious.
I would
Since
never
you're-
want to be with somebody whose pet name for me was Triple X.
Has he explained why?
Doesn't Triple X mean super
Also,
hot?
why are we
A
using
Triple
my
X
show
means
name?
that's X. That's like X-rated.
The first time he heard Web Girl, he assumed it was some sort of chat site.
That's
he didn't know
funny.
it was a radio show.
That's where his mind goes.
Oh,
funny,
so
actually.
it's funny. Okay.
He thought she was a cam girl.
I get it.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't. Now he thought she was a cam girl.
That's good, man.
See, he's got a sense of humor.
But also his mind went there. I don't think my
Yeah.
mind would have gone there. I would have thought it was somebody who does something on the internet.
But I'm not saying you have to state anything right now, Morgan, but just off mic, just let me know. I have his number.
Great point.
I'm
Do it off
I'm
mic.
aware you have his number. I appreciate it.
Have you seen him, Morgan?
Yeah, we've met each other like at
you have.
Sore Losers and stuff.
So,
He must have not made a great
No
impression.
pressure.
Wow.
No, I didn't want to put Morgan under any sort of pressure here. You can do it off air. Ray made a great point. Let's do it off air. Then he pushes her again. Liam Neeson plans to retire from action movies. Says you can't fool audiences. He's 72 years old. Pretty solid
Career?
action star. Like not action where he had like a shirt off and big muscles, like 80s, 90s action stars, like the Stallone, Schwarzeneggers. And action stars were kind of hard to come by in the past 10 years, I guess because they were a bit different. But like, Mike, who's the bald? Jason Statham was an
Yeah.
action star. Like, there's just not as many of them.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, Vin Diesel.
Ryan Reynolds is kind of an action star.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, yeah.
But I think so back in the day, action stars, that's what they did. That was their main thing.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Action star.
There
The
you
Rock
go.
is probably the biggest
The
action
Rock.
star.
Like a Ryan Reynolds is really good at action movies, but I feel like he's not. He does action movies well, but I don't feel like he's an action star.
Not because he does
I feel like he's a great actor, and
But-
he's also good at action movies.
Oh, what about
Rock was
Keanu
a-
Reeves? Because he did Speed. He's got John Wick. I mean, he's action.
Yeah.
I guess I'm only associating with like that's their main thing.
Would you classify superhero movies different as action? Because
Yeah.
like Chris Pratt, I feel is like an action star.
No, I feel like Chris Pratt's funny because he also did Parks and Rec, Jurassic Park. That's the same guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does. I'm not saying they don't do great in action movies. I just in my head the label of them is not action star.
Jackie Chan.
Action star.
Action star.
Because that's basically all he does.
Mm-hmm.
And then occasionally might not. I think if like 85% of your movies are action, this is
Right,
a rule I
because,
just made up and it doesn't matter for anything.
I can see that.
But in
though.
my mind, if like most of your movies, almost all of them are action movies, I think that in my mind is like the old action star. Because you didn't have Stallone doing a lot of movies back in the day that weren't like boxing, fighting, commando type movies.
Yeah.
Same
Right.
thing with Schwarzenegger for a while until he got so big he could do comedies. And that was only funny because he was such an action star. When he did like Twins, and it's funny because he's this huge dude.
Like
and
The
Danny
Rock when
DeVito.
he's a little tooth fairy or whatever.
Kindergarten Cop.
But Liam Neeson, good at action movies, not an action star.
What
I
else
agree.
does he do? I've never seen. I don't know if I've ever seen
I've
him in
only seen
anything.
Taken though.
That's a great point.
You've never seen any of his other movies?
I probably have, but I don't remember. So if it's only one series, are you an action star, or are you just somebody who did a great series of action movies? Exactly, stuff we don't care to ever think about again.
No,
We just
no,
did it
that's a
there.
deep question because Vin Diesel didn't he just do what's it, Fast and the Furious? That's what he's known for.
No, Vin Diesel's got a bunch of movies. Not Vin Diesel. I'm thinking of The Rock. They're the same person, aren't they?
No,
They're not the same person.
No, they hate each other.
Ah, dang. Yeah, Vin Diesel. He did Fast and Furious. He did. Well, I think that you might be right.
He did Triple X.
Oh, he also did.
Oh yeah.
Is that the movie where it's like a in hell or whatever? Or he's like a superhero type guy?
I don't think so.
He has some series too where he
Chronicles of Riddick.
That yeah. Is that him or is it
Yeah,
The Rock?
That's Vin Diesel.
Feels like same guy to me. Except for the wrestling part. Vin Diesel never wrestled, right?
No, he didn't.
I think he missed out.
He'd have been good.
I think he could have been a good wrestler. This Washington College has no cursive on their logo anymore because kids can't read cursive. You kids write
Believe it.
cursive, Amy, at all?
Nope. No, Stevenson had signed something the other day, and he was like, do I just, like, write my name out? Like, my first name? And I was like, you can write your first and last, like, work on just, like, making it a little different. And he just printed Stevenson. And then he was like, I don't think I'm going to put my last name. Stevenson works. I'm like, so that's your signature. You're signing a paper, a document for school. Like, they want you to put your full name.
That's funny.
So he just,
No cursive, no signature. They don't do that.
No, in print. He was just like, Stevenson.
I guess that's not even the cursive part. It's generally writing. There's so much less writing, period.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because
all
it's,
typing.
it's all phone, computer. Good point. One other thing I guess I want to do is Eddie got yelled at this morning. Was it this morning?
Yeah, this morning,
In the garage?
man. Way to start my morning. I was just doing, and Amy was talking about this just the other day. I was going up the parking garage, making my turn. I wasn't going fast,
Not so romantic around here, is it?
but this girl is just like coming around the corner too, honks at me, and then not only she honks, she slows down, rolls her window down like she wants to have a conversation about
Oh,
it.
she was in her car. I thought she was walking in the garage.
No,
in her car. She's coming down the garage. I'm going up the garage.
Okay.
And she rolls her window down. She's like, "You have to," and I'm like, "I just left." I'm like, "I'm not gonna have this conversation with you."
Eddie's car is so obvious. Like, I'm thinking, like, she's going to go put a note on his Jeep. 'Cause it's going to be
Probably.
easy to find in the garage.
No, you just told her.
Well, no,
Well, she saw
she
it
saw
with
it.
her eyes.
And she's
That's
not
true.
listening.
Yeah, she saw it with her eyes. So yeah.
Dang it.
What do you think she would have said to you? What were you doing that irritated her?
Probably
Flying around the curve?
Slow down, but I was turning, so obviously I wasn't going fast.
You can turn faster on a.
But I wasn't.
But were you in the middle of the, like were you
No, I
turning
even-
and to the far right? Because I'll admit what I was doing wrong is I kind of was like, no one's going to be in here. So I was just like kind of in the middle.
I honestly think she got spooked because when you go to that turn, you don't expect a car there. And there I was, making the turn up.
So you think it was her fault?
I think it was both.
Who to blame it on?
Well, what if you try to stop them and ask?
Where
Sir,
do you work?
Sir, what do you do?
Do you live
Yeah.
here or do you work here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sad that happened to you, buddy.
It's just not a good way to start my
Maybe
morning.
the city's not for you.
No, I like the city.
You ever think about that? Maybe the city's not for you. Amy, 4 things with Amy Brown. What's happening over there?
Yeah, so brain strategies. Like if you like just struggle kind of accomplishing tasks, like even things you want to do or things you're dreading to do. My friend's an expert in this. She works with a lot of patients that are rehabilitating like in their brain. She teaches them how to like do some executive function. And she gave like really easy tips to tackle tasks. And I'm already implementing them and they're working.
Check out 4 things with Amy Brown. Our guest here, Ray?
Going to get him in the parking garage right now.
I hope that lady didn't get a hold of him.
Oh, yeah. They like fought with Ronnie, too.
Dude, you probably did something. You probably.
I really didn't. I was slow. I slowed down to make the turn, and she's about to yell at me.
Old lady?
No, young.
Really?
Young, like probably 20s.
Any chance you just thought you were hot in a Jeep?
No chance. She was not happy with me.
Some people's passionate look is also they're angry.
I should have stopped and said hello.
No, you shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have. But I'm just saying maybe you confused the look.
No, I did not.
What do you think about my haircut, Amy?
Let me see the side. Turn.
I've had it for like a week.
You got
Oh,
your
well, then
haircut?
that's why, because it's not fresh.
But it's like, I got a haircut for $18 at a hotel.
Okay.
It's awesome.
At $18 at a hotel.
Both. Yeah, both are.
Hotel in town?
No.
He's like, can I walk to it?
Yeah, I'm like, $18, dude. That's cheaper than Supercuts.
Yeah.
$18 at a hotel. I needed a haircut. I was doing that thing in New York, and so they were doing haircuts. They had a little, and I went and got a hair. It may have been like learning, kids learn. And I was like, I'll take. I had, and
Like a
it's
hair
like a
school?
great haircut.
Yeah.
That doesn't even look like a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the $18 at a hotel.
That's awesome.
My wife's like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I was like, "I'm not sure, but I need one because I have to go do this event."
But
and
now
need
if
a
you want it
haircut."
again, it's going to be more expensive because you have to fly to New York, book a
He's not
hotel.
flying in here for a haircut.
No, I know I have a good person here, but it's grown out. I looked at it yesterday in the mirror, and I told my wife, I was like, "Dang, for $18 and in a hotel,
Nice.
like this is a solid haircut."
And apparently students learning.
I don't know if it was students. I think it was though,
Okay.
because there wasn't like a cursive logo of the college that I couldn't read.
I used to do all that stuff when I was younger. Like I would do the thing where they pay you to get your wisdom teeth out, and you go get a massage at the school, and they have no idea what they're doing, but you get a massage for $15.
You sure that's what that was?
Yeah,
And
like,
it was- yeah.
or get your hair cut at the beauty school where they're training people.
We're out of here. Thank you guys. We will see you tomorrow. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.